Fair warning to anybody getting these TRXs. These people are getting bold. They want these things. They came to the dealership broad daylight. Broad daylight. They got caught. They didn't get caught. They burned off. They was accessing the wiring through the AC vent to start this mug up. Dang.
In the criminal justice system, street racing offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Street Racing Prevention Unit. These are their stories.
Got hit last night. Yeah, that's a monster hit. Wow. Monster hit.
Wide body SRT scat the Hellcat with the blackout package. What we have with it? SRT Hellcat wide body blackout pack. Let's see how much they want for it. What? $137,000. I feel like I need to put my pinky to my side of my lip when I say that. Ain't no way.
What, $2 a gallon for your gasoline? That's okay. You know what that's like? That's like a tax cut. That's bigger than a tax cut. If Biden got in, you'd be paying $7, $8, $9. Didn't they say, get rid of your car? We're going to build some more windmills, kill all the birds.
It's amazing how these people, it's absolutely amazing how these people buy these little ass cars and they think that they're just gonna get big items into these cars. Now look at the little girl in the back. They tried to fold down one seat. I don't know if this guy realizes that in order to get something of that volume in there, not only do you need to fold down one seat, but you need to fold down the second seat as well. And then that means that that big child seat, which is like the size of the actual car's seat, you're gonna have to pull that out. You're not gonna be able to get that grill in there. This guy, what are you doing, bro? You're not gonna be able to get that grill in there. Oh well, you should have bought a Jeep Grand Cherokee, turkey. Somebody please tell me what this guy is doing right here. What is this guy doing? Like, I think she's trying to concentrate driving and stuff. You know, what are you doing? This guy looked like Tom Cruise messing with Kelly McGillis. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? I have no idea what this guy is doing. Y'all better keep your eyes on the road, because I heard that there was a car crash involving a female and a male, and they were doing some unsavory things while they were supposed to be paying attention. And then all of a sudden they hit a car, and the guy was nearly castrated. That's it. This is not, I'm not making this up, it's true. I don't know what this guy was over there doing, because it looked like X-Hamster video over there to me. What that guy's up there doing. What that guy is doing. Alright, I guess they done whatever they doing. Okay, good job, good job. Alright, yeah, cut that out. Because I don't need y'all getting me killed out here. Whoa, what the fuck are y'all doing? Whoa, oh, these guys are trying to scare me. Okay, and then I noticed that the line disappeared. It was weird. These people are just messing around and stuff. It's like he's supposed to be paying attention to the road. All this goddamn traffic. It's ridiculous. Big ultimate energy right here. There's a reason why your car's all smashed up. It's because you're making a lot of stupid moves in traffic with your big ultimate energy. I'm gonna let you get in front of me. I'm gonna let you get in front of me too, because we're trying to look at this thing. Look at that big ultimate energy. Look at this guy. This guy's all aggressive and shit in traffic. It's like, yeah, that's why your car's all smashed up. Your car looks like it was in that video game Twisted Metal 3. Jesus Christ. Big ultimate energy. You got a cheating girlfriend car. You're speeding to get it back to her so she can use it to cheat on you. Look at that thing. All smashed up and shit. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This guy's so aggressive. No wonder. But see, when you drive really, really aggressive, that happens. You get your car smashed up. That's exactly what happens. The car gets torn up. Look at this big ultimate energy. Let's catch up to him. I'll let this guy just... big ultimate energy. Look at this guy. North Carolina plates and everything. Look at this guy. Where you going? Where you going? Oh my God, look at this guy. Big ultimate energy. By your powers combined, I am Nissan Altima. Probably never see that guy again. Oh no, he's up there. There he is. It's like, I don't know. Is this what I have to look forward to this summer? A bunch of overly aggressive Nissan drivers everywhere? Jesus Christ, that guy's pulling bus lengths on me. I don't even really feel like driving aggressively, because at this point it's like I just want traffic to just flow. You know, I just want it to just flow, so I can go where I'm going. I can go to Walmart, get my fabric softener. I just want everything to just flow. I don't. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna let that guy just keep on going, because there's just no point. There's just no point. There's just no point, because the car's all smashed up. Big ultimate energy. Oh, this is a funeral right here. No wonder why these guys are moving so slow. So they got the Cadillac hearse. XT5 hearse. Oh, that's the XT. Yeah, that is an XT5 hearse. I'll be damned. Oh my gosh. Tesla Model Y. You gotta be careful of these things. Those autopilots don't work so well. That's what I'm hearing. Tesla. I'll show you. See those Teslas, man, those things are scary lately. So I've been hearing that autopilot trying to kill people. It's like HAL 9000. It's like, I'm sorry, you can't do that, Dave. Time to die, Dave. Oh shit, no, I don't want to be over here. No, I'm gonna stay right over here. Yeah, traffic is really bad when you get to 17 and 18. So you basically stay on the right and it allows you to, where the fuck are you going? Okay, come on. God damn it. Idiot. You stupid Nissans. It's always a Nissan. It never fails. Stupid. It's like you knew you had to get in that lane. So why are you still in the wrong lane? Dumbass Nissans, man. This big Ultimate Energy. Is that him? No, it's not. He might have gotten off. Who knows? Probably never see that guy again. We got a Dodge Charger right here. Uh-oh, something happened? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, okay, we're just getting over. Okay, great. Alright. Traffic sucks. I'm so sick and tired of this. With all my distance control. Just coast. Oh, there he is. He's right there. I didn't even see him. Oh, at a certain point, I just gave up and I just stopped looking for him. Big Nissan Ultimate Energy. Yeah, bro, your friends are going, oh my God, look how fucked up that car is. What's wrong with this guy? It's like, how you and then when your car's all beat up and shit, the last thing you should be doing is speeding through traffic. What you should try to do is attract less attention, but this guy just wants more. Yeah, he's trying to show us just how bad a driver he is. I don't know. Big Nissan Ultimate Energy. The car's all torn up. Look at this guy. Yeah, driving all aggressive and shit. Okay, what we got here? What is this construction? What is this? How you gonna let Nissan Ultimate Energy get ahead of me? It's ridiculous. I'm gonna stay ahead of this stupid school bus because, the kids can get home when they get home. It's like, I got places to be. Look at this. This traffic is a nightmare. Just ruined your day. Yeah, so you see this big ass bus? I gotta drive this big ass bus. This is what you need for the apocalypse. If you're gonna drive for the apocalypse, you gotta have yourself a big bus because you never know when the zombies are gonna come out. So this is a Ford Expedition Platinum family car right here. Got all that stuff. Got the power running boards, got everything. Heated cooled seats. Lane keeping assist. Everything. It works. Get that guy. Alright. So all this automatic, powered, adjusting, everything adjusts itself and whatnot. So basically, what I ended up having to do was I had to take my family to the airport so that they could get on a flight. And then I had to drive this big old bus around. I had to, drop them off. Because originally, they were going to take an Uber. And I said, no, you know what? You don't need to take an Uber because if you take an Uber, They're gonna charge you a shitload of money. It's like, why take an Uber when I can just drive them myself? So I did. You know? So now I'm apocalypse driving the bus.
Now he starts to roll. Somebody's getting blocked then.
Watch this.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, no.
Got it. Get out of the way. Okay, I think this is about as far as we're gonna go.
I ain't never seen this place this crowded before. As you know, the lack of pilots, the lack of air traffic controllers around the country, and the lack of airport personnel has caused a lot of, how should I say, delays and a lot of canceled flights. This is John F. Kennedy Airport, as you can see. And John F. Kennedy, this place is a nightmare right now. But just had to drop off some family in. As you can see, I've got the Ford Expedition, and this is the Max model. It's basically like driving a gigantic bus. This is John F. Kennedy to Van Wyck. I think I should have been over there, but I'm just going to keep going this way. As long as you keep following some sign that says exit, you'll make your way out for the most part. So we're apocalypse driving the Ford Expedition. This Ford Expedition has less than 20,000 miles, and we've had it about, 3 years? But during the pandemic, it wasn't driven very much. And the thing about it is, when the lease on this thing came due, it actually was more economical to just keep it. And that's because, like, now, if you try to buy one of these big trucks, loaded, I mean, you're still in the $70,000 to $80,000 range. And then on top of that, you got to worry about whether or not they're going to price gouge you. Like whether or not they're going to raise the price just because they can. Rockaway East, Belt Parkway East. I think I want to be over here. Let me let this little guy out of the way here. I should have technically been over there, but I can make it out. You know, because the thing about it is, John F. Kennedy occupies like a little a pocket off of a couple of highways, so it almost really doesn't matter where you are. It's just you're gonna make it out eventually. All you just do is just follow something that says exit, and sooner or later you'll get out of here, and you're gonna escape right into a lot of traffic. As you can see, this model's fully loaded. It's got everything. It's got heated and cooled seats down there. It's got the, what is it called? There is some autonomous driving or lane keeping assist and whatnot, but it's very limited. It's not like, it's not full autonomous driving. So it will keep the lane, and it'll hold into a lane, and it'll also warn you if you start going out of the lane. It'll start fighting you. Because I usually end up hugging lanes, you know, because I like to try to be able to go around people when necessary. This guy got the Scat Pack. All these stupid Scat Pack wide body. They should have never made that fucking car into a wide body, but they did it because they knew that's where they were going to make a lot of sales. But I would have kept the Hellcats wide body, and I would have made all those boring ass Scat Packs. I would have made them shits regular. Just to remind you couldn't afford the fucking wide body. But that's just me. I would have made that shit exclusive. Okay, this is 133rd. Shit. Oh, yeah. In fact, now I know exactly where I am. 133rd is a really good cross street to get to, what is it called? To get towards Brooklyn. If you're driving this way and there's a lot of traffic. Oh, man, look at these houses. All these houses look like shit. And it's sad because every single one of these houses is worth $500,000 or more. And if you don't believe it, you can check the Zillow. The average one of these houses is worth over $500,000. And these houses suck. First of all, the area sucks. It's crowded and it's cramped. Crime has, I'd say, relatively gone down in this area, but it's still crowded and cramped. You don't want to live right up on top of these people. Look at this big-ass bus. At this big bus. This thing's a bus. Look at that. That's that Platinum right there. This thing's a big old bus. Parking, yeah, so that's the auto parking system for Ford's auto parking. I think most of the people who buy the auto park thing, I don't think anybody uses it. I tell you, of all the people I've ever seen who had a Ford car with that system in it, I can tell you, like, I've never seen anybody use it. Never. This is Rockaway Boulevard. Yeah, see, when you escape out of that John F. Kennedy pocket, then you end up either on Rockaway or the Van Wyck or the Nassau Expressway. Yeah. Yeah, this area sucks. I hate to say that, but it just does. Now, granted, the houses are worth a lot of money, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'd want to live here. Okay, so window spray is right there. It's a push button. Get that nice and clean. There's like buttons every freaking where, man. This thing is like it's like a Boeing 737 cockpit. There's like buttons everywhere for everything. Buttons everywhere. There's enough buttons in this car to launch an ICBM. This yellow light. Yellow lights don't faze me. And it's still early. It's only 6:25. It's still early. Still nice and early. Nothing's open yet. I think that Dunkin' Donuts is open right there. Most things just aren't open yet because it's just so early. It's like, yeah, when you've got a family of, what is it, like, let's say 3 kids, maybe even 4 kids, it's like, yeah, this is how you're gonna end up rolling. Right here, you gotta have the TVs and the head seat, and you're gonna have like a bunch of kids back there screaming at you. In fact, your wife may have to, well, obviously she's gonna sit right here, but if anybody else gets into the car with you, they're gonna have to go all the way to that 3rd row back there. And, it's amazing when I think about these car seats. It's like these car seats are so big now. These things actually rival the seats that come with the car. That's one of the issues that my friend had getting the Acura MDX. And, the Acura MDX is actually very small when you factor in the fact that a stroller and one of these child seats is so big that you're almost certainly gonna not be able to use your 3rd row seats because everything is just cramped. So it's like when you have a big family, it's like you gotta have this big bus. You gotta have a big old Yukon or something just big. It's just big. Look at a big bus. You gotta drive this big bus. A Durango is nice because a Durango is not too big. But other than that, you gotta have this big bus. The bus is apocalypse van. So they do have drive modes here. So basically, when you rotate this dial, you can go to sport mode. Because these cars have that EcoBoost V6. It's funny, they used to call it the Ego Boost V6 because, like, it boosts your ego because you don't have a V8. But I tell you, you kind of do appreciate it now that gas is fucking $7 a gallon. You kind of do appreciate it. And I also like the fact that they have the auto start, stop, defeat right there. So this way you just hit that. And now you don't have to worry about the engine cutting off and shit. Because that's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, it gets up there. This thing does like 0 to 60 in maybe 6 or 7 seconds or something like that. But when you're carrying around, this many people and everything, It's like, it doesn't bother you, but this is a boost car. This thing is huge. It's a freaking bus. It's like these things are larger than some people's Manhattan apartments. It's like you hear those people talking about getting a tiny house. Yeah, well, this is kind of like a tiny house. It's very comfortable though. The seats are pretty cushy and everything. You got all the major creature comforts that you could possibly expect. Yeah, so everything looks pretty good. Boost car. I'm trying to put that shade back. I think it's this one. Okay, so it's the other one. Yeah, so I let the light in. See, if I get an ultra view roof, I want to be able to use it. Like, I want to be able to see outside, Let that light in. It's nice and tinted, though, so that means, you don't get too much light roasting your children. I gotta say, though, it's like that Wagoneer is a nice truck. I think the only downside is that they didn't have a V6 twin turbo, or that they didn't have like a smaller displacement V8 with turbos. And that's ultimately the issue, I think, with Chrysler. It's like the problem with Chrysler is they're like really far behind everybody else when it comes to technology. And the sad thing about it is everybody thinks like Hellcats are so exciting and everything, but now it's just like with those Trackhawks, those Hellcats, you don't see too many of those cars really being used much because the fucking gas is like $6 and $7 a gallon. And the thing about it is that's ancient technology. Nobody's making a fucking iron block engine with a supercharger in it. Ain't nobody doing that. And there's a simple reason. It's because of the fuel economy requirements that have been imposed by the government. And that technology is old. And the issue is those cars end up having a lot of issues because superchargers are something they don't put on cars. It's like you don't end up having bearing issues and shit with the ball bearings in the supercharger, or you start having issues with the oxygen, the O2 flow sensors, and this, that, and other. Those cars actually spend more time being repaired in the shop than many people who own them care to admit. But I think the telling fact is all those people who the few, because at the very beginning the Trackhawk really didn't sell. But those people who rushed out and they bought Trackhawks and everything, most of those cars have been returned. It's like very few, if any, people really still have those cars. The Durango Hellcat, yeah, a lot of dudes went out and bought those because those basically came out during the pandemic. And, some people got decent deals. They got the power dollars and they got 0% finance and this, that, and other. The thing about it is those cars are such ridiculous gas guzzlers that when you add that to the $1,500 or $2,000 that you're going to pay per month to drive one of those things, it's like most of those cars you don't see. Like the Durango Hellcat was the best of all of them because it actually looked the way that the Trackhawk should have looked, had the Hellcat hood, had decent wheels. But the reality is most people who have bought those cars, they took those cars back because I'll tell you, they couldn't afford them. Look at this guy. Yeah, but these are decent family haulers. That's what these things are. These things are people haulers. And Jeep Grand Cherokee is a very good people hauler too. It's just nowhere near as big as this thing is. This thing is a bus. It's a bus that runs on gasoline. It's a boost car. I'm so glad there's nobody on the road right now. Because to tell you the truth, driving something this size, having to drive through traffic, it's like, it could be kind of frustrating. So that's the one thing I do like about that Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's like, it's not so long that it's intimidating, and because it's so fast, it moves its mass so quickly that you can pretty much judge its size in your mind very easily. This thing is long. I mean, this thing is long. It's like people getting these new Wagoneers and the Navigator, the Escalade. These are some big trucks, man. It's like you almost understand right away the reason why something like this costs between $80,000 and $100,000. It's like, you know, you got all this stuff in it and everything. It's a huge truck. These things are huge. It's like if you're a Uber driver, this is something you absolutely need, because especially if you got to take your people to the airport. Apocalypse driving. Look at this guy. He's got that ugly ass bumper shield. It's like nobody trying to hit that old ass car. That's an old ass class. That thing was like 2007, 2008. Nobody trying to hit that car. It's like, what are you protecting? This is Green Acres Mall, but I call it Black Acres Mall. As far as I'm concerned, if there's no Apple store, then that means they don't respect your money. I hate shopping here. It's like if I go to a mall, I go to like Roosevelt Field. And that's about it, because Roosevelt Field's actually pretty much the best mall we got. Yeah, this guy over here is trying to pass me. He ain't passing me, bro. I got the bus car right here. He ain't passing me. And I have to say, these are the twin turbo 6 EcoBoost. This got some decent blow. Shit. Oh, good. I'm glad they got good brakes too. Because there's fucking speed cameras. The speed camera piece of shit speed camera over there is trying to get me. It's like, you're not getting me, you fucking speed camera. Not getting me, not today. Now, if I had my Jeep Grand Cherokee, I would have been flying down this block at 100 plus. But I can't do that because, see, that's another issue. It's like if you take, family to the airport, the last thing you want is for, you get a ticket in the mail. And they're like, wait a minute, this isn't me. Oh, he must have gotten a ticket while he was driving. All right, let's hit it. Yeah, you see, it takes a while to get up to 60. And it's funny because the acceleration 260 is linear enough where it's loud, but like if you have kids in the car, they'll be like, oh, we're going fast. And then you realize, no, wait a minute, no, we're not. No, we're not. It's like when you have anything that does 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds, that's when it feels fast. This thing is basically 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds. I could count. But again, it's not really, that's not what this thing is designed for. Now, they got that Escalade V-Series because the V-Series Escalade is there to make up for the fact that the regular Escalade doesn't accelerate very well. When you put the Escalade up against the Navigator and you put it up against the Wagoneer that has the 6.4 liter, the 6.4 liter Wagoneer accelerates pretty much best out of all of them. Obviously, it's because it's a 6.4 liter V8. So you get low end torque and you get, damn near 485 horsepower. But when you put that up against, say, the Escalade that's naturally aspirated and it doesn't have as much power as the V8 6.4, it just doesn't accelerate as well. And in order to get better, efficiency, they also put the 5.7 in the Wagoneer. But my problem is it's naturally aspirated. If only Chrysler had a twin turbo 6 and they weren't afraid to use it in their trucks. Because I tell you, a twin turbo 6 would not be a bad choice for a Durango or for a Jeep Grand Cherokee, as long as you created enough horsepower. And if you had a twin turbo 6 The average twin turbo 6 nowadays is making over 400 horsepower, so it wouldn't be that bad because those things don't weigh that much. I mean, they're like, what, like 5,000 pounds, give or take? So, and there's some people who would appreciate the gas mileage savings on the highway. Yeah, but that's, that's just what you got. It's not a lot of great choices. Most people will say, listen, if you're going to give me a truck this big, you might as well give me a V8, because this way I know I'm going to get that low-end torque. I know I'm going to get some horsepower, but I know I'm going to get that low-end torque. There's other people who would just take a diesel, and they'd be happy with a diesel because they know they're going to get a lot of torque, and then they're going to get better fuel efficiency at the expense of not being able to drive very fast. So if they get like a turbo diesel, then they'll get that low-end torque. They'll be able to drive a little bit faster, and they'll still get decent fuel economy. But it's ultimately all these goddamn things have got to move to electric vehicles, because electric vehicles give you the low-end torque. They give you fucking ridiculous amounts of horsepower. A Tesla Model X weighs more than this Expedition. So they're fast as fuck. 0 to 60 is like 3 seconds. They get maximum torque. The only downside is you basically charge the thing and it takes a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours at most. If you're charging in a fast charge, it takes maybe an hour. Or if you're lucky enough to have a house, you just charge it in your house, and then you have no problems whatsoever. Just charge it in your house. So that's that. You look at this, gas for premium is $5.39. Diesel, it's still over $6. Like, diesel gas is so expensive that most truckers don't even want to pick up their loads simply because it's like they lose money picking up their loads. That's ridiculous. It's like I never imagined that we'd be here right now in this state of affairs because of ridiculous, stupid decisions by my elected leader. And these people were elected, mind you. So that means it's not even just the leader's fault. It's the people who elected them. These people were literally elected. Look at this. This is the XT6. The XT6 has a 3.6 liter V6. And that V6 is able to give you up to about 300 horsepower. I've driven the XT6. It's a little bit slower than the XT5, but it's more comfortable. And I see a lot of XT6s and a lot of GM Acadias. And, they're not bad cars. I mean, when you have a naturally aspirated 3.6 V6, it's like, you get decent fuel economy and you get decent power and you're able to haul your small family of 2 children. So that's not too bad. Can't argue, can't complain. This truck. I can't argue with that. Yeah, that's just what it is. So, but these are the choices that you have to make. If you're gonna have a family, you're gonna have like 3 kids or 4 kids or something. You got 2 choices. Either you get the Chrysler Pacifica minivan, or you're gonna have to get one of these big ass gas guzzling trucks. It's one. See, me personally, if I had like a family and I had like 2 or 3 kids, I'd have that Chrysler Pacifica minivan. Honest, and that's the God's honest truth. Because first of all, I wouldn't want anything nice because you're going to have a kid piss, shit, or throw up in it. Sooner or later, they're going to spill food, and that's going to, drive me over the edge. I'm going to be very upset. Or they're going to piss all over themselves, or they're going to shit all over themselves, and they're going to have, a diaper spilling shit all over the fucking rug, and you got a nice rug, and it's all fucking shit all over it. So, no. I would actually not mind having a used Chrysler Pacifica minivan. And I would get one fully loaded. It would have everything in it, adaptive cruise control, cooled, heated seats, this, that, and other. And I'd be very, very satisfied with that. So this way, when that kid, literally has diarrhea and he sprays shit everywhere, it's like, it's no problem, buddy. It's no problem. Don't worry about it. We'll just blow dry this motherfucker out. We'll wet dry it. We'll use the hose, no problem. You can't have nothing nice. You can't put no damn children in no Mercedes. You can't have nothing nice. You can't have nothing nice. And then these people nowadays, man, they got their dogs and their cats and shit crawling all over the fucking interior of the car. And I'm like, yo, do you really want your car to smell like dog? But then again, I guess if you've been around the dog long enough, you don't even smell it yourself, so you don't notice that your car smells like dog. They got a lot of used. They got used Jeep Grand Cherokee L up in there already. Damn. This guy right here. This guy got one of these little Volvos. Little Volvos. This chick right here, she's getting her exercise in. Good for her. Good for her. She's getting that exercise. Good for her. That's what I should be doing instead of having to drive people back and forth to the freaking airport. Oh, yes, this is a red light. Green light. 1, 2, 3. But this is, I have to say, this is pretty comfortable. I mean, I could, if this had autonomous driving, yeah, I could do this. Like if I had to drive up and down the East Coast, I could drive one of these. But to be perfectly honest, I'd rather have the Chrysler Pacifica minivan, especially if I had to do road trips, which I don't do. Anything longer than like 300 miles, I just fly. But right now, again, it's the worst possible time to have to buy anything. It's the worst possible time to have to buy a car because of the inflate. Look at this stupid motherfucker. She's trying to cut me off. Look at this shit. This is just a stupid bitch in a Honda Pilot. She's going to fucking cut me off and get me in an accident. You got to be so careful. You got to be so careful. She's doing her hair and prettying herself up for the fair. She's gonna get me in an accident. Up there being all aggressive. Why do women drive so aggressively? It's like you give them a little sense of power, give them like a little bit of road clearance, give them a little bit of an engine, and all of a sudden they drive really, really aggressively. I don't understand it. See, that's the thing about men. Men understand physics, so we understand the consequences of our actions. These women, man, they drive around like they're fucking Mad Max Part 3, man. They drive around like so aggressively and shit. And then when they get into these accidents, their accidents look ridiculous. Like they get into accidents where the car is like destroyed. Riding up on people's bumpers and shit. Yeah, this isn't bad. It's comfortable. It's quiet. Whoa, shit, another one of these motherfuckers. Sorry, guys, I have to stop. I can't take the chance of one of these motherfucking tickets. I'm sorry, I have to stop. So make sure you stop, too. Can't take the chance, because you already know there's a fucking camera somewhere around here. You see, just like that one right over there, there's always one of these fucking cameras. And you know, it's so sad. I bet the mere idea of these cameras being around here has probably caused more accidents than if they weren't here. And I've heard that they did studies about that. They said, yeah, these cameras actually cause people to slow to stops when the people behind you are speeding. So you end up panic braking, end up getting into a fucking accident. You don't want that. Okay, so we gotta just take it easy. This guy's got his little red Dodge Charger. Those cars are so played out. It's a 2019. I can tell it's 2019 because it's got those nostrils that they put on for like 1 year, and then you have to ask yourself, why the fuck did they even do that? Look at this guy. What the hell? Look at this guy. What's going on here? Look at this guy right here. That guy's a weirdo. Look at this. Gas is $5.99 for diesel. Look at that. $5.99. It's disgusting.
To be continued.